Hi, welcome to spring of 2021. Aren't we glad to get 2020 past us? This is the class, it's called Intrusion Detection, Security 210, 620. So let's see what we can do to get this class off and running. When you first get in the class, there's a couple things you need to take care of. One is the official course entry. It's the old syllabus quiz, but it's just not specific to the syllabus, but more on just make sure you understand your responsibilities entering the class. It does say due date by January 19th, but if you wait till that date, you will have missed the week one material. So I prefer you to do it as quickly as you can. January 7th would be great, but so make sure you fill out that. And then as far as the syllabus is concerned, hopefully if I can get this link to work, this link takes you to an online book format of the syllabus. So this is spring 2021. This course is, it says it's for intrusion detection. It's supposed to introduce you to intrusion detection, but the types of traffic data, planning, making solutions, all of these things are important. And the vehicle we're going to use this time and try to pass on this information is a course by a company called SEC210. If you look at the Department of Defense contracts and what is required for certifications to get a job in security in the Department of Defense, this is one of the certifications or companies that the DoD uses quite a lot. And this class is going to be structured in preparing you to take one of the EC Council's certification exams. I'm not going to require you to take that exam, only because this is the first time I've used this material, so we'll kind of take it slow, easy. Well, I won't push you to the ringer and force you to prep for a certification exam. So like I said, I'm Mark Howell. My email is mhowell@cccti.edu. Office number is 828-726-2339. And I'm located in E building, 3rd floor. You go in to the E building through like where you enter for the gym. Take those stairs up to the 3rd floor. Come through those doors. The first hallway on your left, and my office is on the right-hand side. Be more than happy to entertain you in my office. My office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 10 and 1 to 2. I know for a lot of you those aren't going to work, so contact me, let me know what hours do work, and we'll make arrangements to make sure all your questions and issues and things are taken care of. Now, what I prefer, and some of you have had me in class before looking at the roster, my preferred method of communication is via the Remind app. Remind allows you to text me pretty much 24/7, but it isolates your phone number from mine, so it's kind of have a nice buffer. If you text me, I usually get back relatively quickly. I'm telling you I'll get back within 2 hours, but only because if I'm in a meeting or a class, you may get a delay. But in most cases, if you text me, I'm responding within minutes versus hours and days. If you decide to send me an email, I don't check that quite as often, and that may be between 24 and 48 hours. So I prefer you to text me, but if you like email, and that's your bread and butter, feel free. Now, as far as course outcomes, let's see if I can click on that link there. There's quite a few. And basically, what this program is set to do is help you to understand goals, benefits, and what tools are available as countermeasures for creating a network defense. We'll look at cryptography algorithms. We'll understand intrusion and prevention systems. We'll look at both Linux and Windows operating systems. We'll look at a little bit of Internet of Things, mobile devices, how to apply other software. EC Council's done a great job in specifying a lot of different areas that I think are going to be very beneficial for anybody who wants to stay in security, or even networking. If you're going to be in networking and security are so closely tied together. I wouldn't pay attention. So just know that they're linked, and that's kind of where we're going there. As far as prerequisites, there currently are no prerequisites, but I highly recommend at least a Net 125 at a minimum. 126, 225 would be better, but you need to have a little bit of understanding of networking, subnets, a little bit of switches and what they can and can't do. So just keep that in mind. Textbooks. When you bought your book, you probably got no book, but you got a card that gives you some information on access codes to Vital Source and the labs through iLabs, eCounsel's iLabs. We'll be using those two medias. The textbook PDFs or the PowerPoint slides are all on Vital Source, so you're going to have to create a link in Vital Source. And hopefully the material they gave you told you that. It's free, gives you tons of access to textbooks and things. And I'll be posting links to the chapters and the PowerPoint slides and everything there. So the PowerPoint side, the textbooks are on Vital Source. I think that's it. And the labs will be through eCounsel's iLabs. So we'll be using both of those avenues. As far as what we're going to be doing, this textbook is 20 chapters long. So right now, what I'm hoping to do is cover all 20 chapters, 1 and 2 modules per week. Try to keep the spring and Easter breaks to maybe 1 module. There is a project/paper, so it'll be due just before the final exam. So that's kind of the plan at the moment. We'll see how the class, like I said, first time I've done this class, so we'll, or this vendor, so we'll see how that goes. As far as grading, one, I'm going to try to get your grading at least 1 week after I've told you they're due. In the past, I've sometimes fallen short on that, but I will try to keep it up to speed. The grading scale, we're on the school's got that 10-point scale, so we're still following that. As far as makeup work, being a new class with a lot of material, I don't want a lot of material at the end of the class. I prefer to try to keep everything up to date. So I'll give you a week after they're due. Anything beyond that, I'm going to give you a 10% reduction in grade just to keep both of us honest. One will keep me up to date, because the last thing I want to do is grade Module 5 material when we're in Module 20. Just too hard for me to miss something, and I want to give you a fair assessment on information. Now, as far as what you're going to be graded on, this probably looks harder than, or a lot more than it really is. Discussion questions, I think there are 10 discussion questions throughout the 20 chapters, like 1 every 2 chapters. Or 2 modules, there'll be a discussion question. There'll be questions that I want you to answer from reading assignments. So when you read Module 1, there's a question I want you to answer. The labs through iLabs will be done there. Quizzes, I think there are going to be like 1 quiz every 2 chapters or 2 modules. That research project talked about, the final exam. Our weekly attendance will be taken through your reflection journal. Some of you who've taken me before, you know what those are. Free form, just every Monday. If I don't get a reflection journal from you, I mark you absent. But it is giving you 3% of your grade. And then, since my preferred method of communication is texting, you get 2% of your grade just for registering for Remind. Now, as far as attendance, again, the big key here is being an online class, the school policies, 10%. 10% out of 16 weeks, that 1.6 weeks you can miss. So after 2 weeks, I have the option of dropping in the class, and I know that's not going to happen. But just keep in mind that that reflection journal, I'm using that for attendance, and that's really how it's all going to, you can do everything else and forget the reflection journal, you're still going to be marked absent. So you want to make sure for attendance purposes, that's what you do. Withdrawal policy, yeah, you can withdraw from policy, I can withdraw you from the class, but you got to make sure if you got financial aid, make sure you verify what risks you run for dropping a class. So just something to keep in mind. Now, as far as non-discrimination, college and hopefully myself don't discriminate on anything. If for some reason you feel like you're being discriminated against, let me know. If I'm doing something that offends you, it's not out of spite, it's out of ignorance. So please let me know. With that, I'm going to stop this video. This should be enough for the syllabus, and then I'll create another video on what to expect week 1. Have a nice day.